Hey, I'm Nick.
And I'm Tyler. Welcome to the Nich Tyler Cars YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at the new 2022 EQS, Mercedes-Benz's new electric flagship sedan, which is going to give Tesla something to worry about.
Up until now, Mercedes' electrification efforts, the EQC and EQA, have been pretty half-hearted, with the automaker simply swapping the internal combustion engine with an electric drivetrain. The EQS, however, is based on a brand new advanced platform that is optimized as an EV and signals that Mercedes is serious about the EV market. Before the EQS is launched, the Porsche Taycan and recently unveiled Audi e-tron GT have been the most serious attempt by legacy automakers to compete with Tesla in the luxury EV space. But so far, these vehicles haven't seemed to slow Tesla's thunder. But the EQS might do just that. Range is arguably the most important variable when it comes to electric cars. This is an area where Tesla has dominated, and they understand that nobody wants to buy a car that takes away from convenience.
How does the EQS compare to the Tesla Model S on the range front?
So we know right now that the base model is rated at 480 miles, which is excellent for an electric car. That's nearly 100 miles more than the Tesla Model S long range. And one of the ways that Mercedes was able to achieve this is through aerodynamics. So it has a record achievement of 0.20 CD, which is a record low for a production vehicle. So that's one of the ways they were able to get that range. It's important to note that both vehicles are capable of ultra-fast charging around the 200 kilowatt rate.
Tesla's infotainment system is an industry leader, and it highlights how Tesla is a technology-first company. The new EQS infotainment system features Mercedes' latest generation of MBUX, which stands for Mercedes-Benz User Experience. How does the latest generation of MBUX compare with Tesla's infotainment, and can Mercedes really shake things up?
The new MBUX Hyperscreen on the EQS is the most advanced infotainment system that Mercedes has ever developed. It blends together three independent screens that are encased in a single glass panel that stretches over 56 inches across the front dash. And Mercedes takes what's called the zero-layer approach, where the system uses AI to dynamically display the most important control icons within the driver's view, and that eliminates the need to scroll through menus. Tesla drivers, on the other hand, have pointed out one area for improvement, and that's haptic feedback, which is missing on the giant Tesla screen. Mercedes did not disappoint. The EQS Hyperscreen does feature haptic feedback, which not only feels satisfying, but it gives the driver added confidence when selecting icons and needing to keep eyes on the road. So Mercedes looks like it will give Tesla some heated competition, especially with their zero-layer approach, advanced AI learning, and haptic feedback. The EQS will also be available with Mercedes' high-tech and truly useful augmented reality navigation system, which projects the live route guidance through the heads-up display and as an overlay on a video feed in the central screen.
So when it comes to build quality, Mercedes certainly wears the crown, wouldn't you say?
Yes, absolutely. And this is an area where Tesla has really struggled over the years. They've had problems with panels not fitting properly, panels coming loose, which is not something becoming of a luxury vehicle. For the price they charge for their vehicles, customers expect top quality. So this is definitely something they're going to need to work on if they want to remain competitive. Mercedes, on the other hand, has an excellent reputation for that build quality and consistency. And we're assuming that that expertise that they've developed from internal combustion engines is going to transfer over to the production side. They'll be able to scale that up and keep that quality on their electric side. So Nick, what do you think about the interior design and quality of the Tesla Model S?
Well, that's a good question. So I definitely think that the Tesla lags behind the Mercedes EQS when it comes to the interior design. Mercedes is known for having top-notch interior design, and they put a lot of effort into making everything look very luxurious, whereas the Tesla Model S, well, the Tesla in general tends to be a little bit more Spartan looking, I guess you could say, and very, it's very minimalist, and I guess to some people they might like that, but when it comes to the luxury vehicle, like luxury space, I think Mercedes definitely wins on that front.
I think it's something that looks a little more appropriate in a more moderately priced vehicle and not in that luxury premium space that they're competing in.
When we consider auto safety, most competitors trail behind Mercedes-Benz. Other than Volvo, no other automaker has prioritized safety as much as Mercedes. How does the EQS auto safety compare with Tesla's Model S?
Yes, well, generally the Model S overall is a fairly safe vehicle, although its safety record has been pretty mixed. One test in which it struggled on is the small overlap crash test, the newest crash test from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. And I think the reason why it's struggled in this test is just, it's a sign that the Model S is such an old platform. It's nearly a decade old. It was designed before this crash test even existed. So it's a demanding test, and the Tesla Model S structure allowed too much intrusion into the footwell area. So it's kind of a sign that it's reaching its stress limits. The EQS, on the other hand, is based on a brand new architecture. It's extremely strong. Mercedes has a history of building very, very strong safety cages that we're expecting to withstand that pressure. We don't have official ratings because it's a brand new car that hasn't been tested, but we're expecting it to do extremely well.
Yeah.
Usually you can tell too the strength of Mercedes-Benz safety cages when looking at the roof test scores that the IIHS also does.
Okay.
Typically a Mercedes vehicle performs 10 to 20% better in terms of the weight that it withholds before the roof collapse compared to its competitors.
Both vehicles come equipped with multiple airbags, but the EQS is also available with rear seat belt airbags, which spread the impact forces across a larger surface area. The EQS comes standard with Mercedes Advanced Pre-Safe Suite, which uses the car's radar sensors and cameras to anticipate a collision, and in the milliseconds before, tightens the seat belts, adjusts the seating position, closes the windows, and even uses the audio system to play a special pink noise that protects the eardrums from loud collision sounds. The EQS is available with the digital light technology that was recently unveiled on the 2021 S-Class. Each digital light has a resolution of 1.3 million pixels that can adjust the brightness, shape, and range of the light being cast to maximize nighttime visibility and reduce glare for oncoming vehicles. These lights are so advanced and precise that they can project images on the ground to warn the driver or other road users of hazardous conditions. One of the most important factors is the different approach to automated driving tech that Mercedes takes. There have been multiple high-profile fatal collisions involving Tesla that were operating on the car's autopilot driving. This is arguably caused by Tesla not effectively communicating the technology's limitations and giving drivers a false sense of security. Mercedes, on the other hand, takes a more conservative approach to communicating the car's semi-autonomous driving tech limitations and uses the ambient lighting to clearly communicate when the tech is active or not.
So we've compared the Tesla Model S with the newly debuted Mercedes-Benz EQS on some pretty important features. Are there any areas where Tesla still holds a big advantage, would you say?
I think the biggest advantage that the Tesla Model S holds on paper is in the acceleration area. This is something that Tesla has really, really performed well in. So far we know the base EQS 450 accelerates to 60 in 6.2 seconds, which is not slow, but also not very quick, especially for the category of a luxury vehicle. Typically luxury vehicles, we expect them to be faster than that. And that's even for a normal internal combustion engine compared to electric vehicles, which are typically even faster. That's starting to feel slow. But the Tesla Model S long range will do it in 3.1 seconds, so half the time. Mercedes will also have an EQS 580 coming out, which will bring that time down to, I believe, 4.3 seconds, which brings it a lot closer to the Tesla. That's something more we expect for this category. However, this is probably going to significantly eat into the range of the vehicle. We don't know for sure how much because Mercedes hasn't published those figures. We only have the range figures for the base model, so we'll see. So by trying to get that acceleration time down, Mercedes may end up giving that range advantage that they currently hold over the Tesla.
And when it comes to rapid charging convenience on the road, I guess we believe Tesla is the winner, remains the leader in this category because they have a quite a broad network of supercharger stations, right? Whereas the Mercedes EQS relies on a more fragmented approach, basically outsourced to Ionity in Europe and EVgo. I think it's EVgo, EVgo and Electrify America in the United States. So it's a little bit more fragmented, but we'll see what comes of it. Tesla it's definitely more straightforward with their approach.
Another area where Tesla might hold an advantage for some people is, we mentioned earlier that the EQS has some record aerodynamics, which is a good thing. However, the way that Mercedes achieved that is they have a unconventional design that's pushed the A-pillars far forward and made an unusual, more hybrid car, more EV car looking shape, which abandons the long hood, those rear-wheel drive proportions that makes a Mercedes a Mercedes.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a huge departure from other Mercedes vehicles.
It gives it more that electric car look and design and feel, and
which some people may prefer. It looks different,
right?
But that might also alienate a lot of people. It's design, so it's subjective. So what some people love, other people are going to hate. But that's definitely something Tesla is able to get almost as low aerodynamics and a slightly more conventional luxury car shape.
It's a definitely cool concept and a cool design, and it's very high tech. But again, it does sacrifice that traditional Mercedes design and look and feel on the outside, more or less.
And that may alienate their existing customer base that they're trying to tap over as they move into an electric brand.
That being said, are they jumping into the future? Are they joining the race? They're giving Tesla some heated competition, I would say.
Yeah, and time will tell whether that's successful.
At the end of the day, Mercedes is prioritizing electric vehicle properties slightly differently than Tesla, offering customers a very long range and decent acceleration over very quick acceleration and decent range that the Tesla formula offers. We assume more customers will appreciate the trade-off that Mercedes has chosen, as range has more practical daily implications than super fast acceleration. It's going to be exciting to watch Tesla and Mercedes try to one-up each other as they battle for the growing EV luxury market. We're about to witness an epic battle between the world's oldest automaker and one of the youngest. Tesla has, up until now, had a solid hold on the luxury EV market, but it looks like this success has awakened a sleeping giant in Germany.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed our video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you do like our content. If you're interested to learn about safety features in the S-Class, click here. And see you in the next video.